Welcome to our YouTube video on Pilgrims and Puritans, Early Christianity in America. Join us on a fascinating journey back in time as we explore the compelling history of Pilgrims and Puritans in America. From their quest for religious freedom to their profound influence on the nation's early Christian landscape, these pioneering individuals have left an indelible mark on the history of religious liberty. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more intriguing historical content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave your comments below and let's engage in a meaningful discussion about the Pilgrims, Puritans, and their role in shaping the fabric of America's religious identity. Your insights and contributions make this community thrive. Thanks for tuning in. Pilgrims and Puritans, Early Christianity in America. The history of early Christianity in America is deeply intertwined with the stories of the Pilgrims and Puritans, two distinct groups of religious dissenters who sought religious freedom and played a pivotal role in shaping the religious and cultural landscape of the New World. Their journey, motivations, and contributions left an indelible mark on the development of notions of religious liberty and the foundations of American society. The Pilgrims, religious dissenters seeking freedom. The Pilgrims, also known as the Separatists, were a group of English religious dissenters who separated from the Church of England due to their dissatisfaction with its perceived corruption and lack of true spiritual purity. Seeking a place where they could practice their faith freely, the Pilgrims embarked on a perilous voyage across the Atlantic aboard the Mayflower in 1620. They arrived in Plymouth, Massachusetts, a barren and unfamiliar land, in search of a haven where they could establish a community based on their own religious principles. The Pilgrims' quest for religious freedom was not merely an abstract ideal but a deeply ingrained conviction. Their experience in England had taught them the harsh realities of religious persecution, and their desire for a space where they could worship and live according to their own beliefs was a driving force in their decision to undertake the arduous journey to the New World. Upon their arrival in Plymouth, they signed the Mayflower Compact, an early form of self-governance that reflected their commitment to creating a just and orderly society rooted in their religious convictions. Puritans, reforming the church and society. While the Pilgrims sought to entirely separate from the Church of England, another group of dissenters known as the Puritans aimed to reform it from within. The Puritans believed that the Church of England still retained elements of Roman Catholicism and required purification to return to a more simplified and scripturally based form of worship. Faced with persecution in England, some Puritans decided to emigrate to America in the early 1600s. In 1630, a fleet of Puritan settlers arrived in what is now Massachusetts Bay. Led by John Winthrop, they established the Massachusetts Bay Colony with the intention of creating a city upon a hill, a model Christian community that would inspire others to emulate their religious devotion and social order. The Puritans' beliefs in the importance of education, the rule of law, and the moral obligations of the community laid the groundwork for many aspects of American society, including its emphasis on individual responsibility and civic engagement. Contributions to religious liberty and American identity. The Pilgrims and Puritans made significant contributions to the development of notions of religious liberty and the foundations of the American identity. Their experiences as religious dissenters shaped their understanding of the importance of individual conscience and the right to worship without fear of persecution. These experiences profoundly influenced the framing of the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which guarantees freedom of religion. The ideals of religious freedom championed by the Pilgrims and Puritans also played a role in shaping the broader concept of American exceptionalism. The notion of creating a city upon a hill as an exemplary community, with a duty to shine as a beacon of righteousness and morality, reflected their belief in the potential of the New World to establish a society rooted in their deeply held religious values. Challenges and complexities. While the Pilgrims and Puritans sought religious freedom for themselves, their actions did not always extend that same freedom to others. Theocratic elements in Puritan communities could lead to intolerance and the persecution of those who did not conform to their beliefs. For instance, the Salem witch trials in the late 17th century highlighted the dangers of religious zeal taken to extremes. Additionally, the interaction between these early settlers and the indigenous peoples of America was marked by cultural misunderstandings, conflicts, and the displacement of native populations. The pursuit of their religious goals often clashed with the rights and territories of the native inhabitants, raising complex ethical questions about the nature of the colonization process. Legacy and enduring influence. The legacy of the Pilgrims and Puritans in shaping early Christianity in America is multifaceted. Their quest for religious freedom and their determination to create communities based on their religious convictions left an enduring impact on the principles of religious liberty and individual conscience that are integral to the American experiment. Their vision of a morally upright society and the pursuit of a more authentic and scripturally grounded form of Christianity also shaped the values and ethos of the nation's founding. Despite their imperfections and the challenges they faced, the Pilgrims and Puritans remain integral to the historical tapestry of the United States. Their stories remind us of the complex interplay between religious convictions, cultural dynamics, and the quest for a better life, a narrative that continues to evolve as the nation grapples with issues of identity, diversity, and freedom.